Hey, good morning. Good morning to you on Facebook and good morning to you here on Instagram. It is Monday. That means it's Mindset Mastery Monday. It's Monday, the 26th of August. Wow, it's almost spring. Hey, Kate, great to see you here. Good morning, my love. How are you? Good morning, man on the ground. Great to have you here, man on the ground. Lloyd, you're going to find this one interesting, my friend, based on what we were talking about this morning. Hey, Brendan. Hey, Brooklyn. Lovely to have your company here. Hello to you on Facebook. It's still loading, so I can't see who's on yet, but I wanted to say good morning. Welcome to Mindset Mastery Monday. My name is Tanj. If we've never met before, I'm a peak performance specialist. I literally wake up every single day to be of service, to give you access to live a happy and deeply fulfilling life. This is free peak performance coaching just from my heart to yours. You can hopefully take one or two things, implement it and get great results. G'day, Tay, great to have you here. Do me a favor, just type in, how are you feeling this morning? Hey, Agent Aisha, great to have you here. You'll get an email from us later today, my love. How are you feeling this morning? Type in, if you're not driving, one word to describe how you are feeling. Now, Lloyd, you and I were conversing via DM over the weekend around the power of reinvention and reinventing yourself. And this is something that I was giving some thought to on Saturday in the shower, as I do. Who else has ideas or thoughts in the shower? Taylor, great to have you here. Good morning, my friend. Do me a favor, type in, how are you feeling today? And Sarah Cooper, good morning, my love. And also live, if you're watching this live. Jen Ram, great to have you here. So, today's video is all for those of you who are interested in the power of reinvention, reinventing yourself to become a different person who takes different actions, who adopts different habits and therefore has completely transformed experiences. You are welcome, Aisha. So, good, man on the ground is amazing. Hey, where are you tuning in from, man on the ground? Where are you based? Very, very keen to know. You go, Tanj, says Lloyd. So first of all, what is reinvention? It's, when they say, she or he is reinventing themselves, it is literally a phrase. And it's a phrase that is a phrase to change your behavior, to change the way you see yourself and the way others see you. There's something quite beautiful when you've been working hard at something in the background to change a behavior, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, and people notice and they say, hey, you're looking great. What are you doing? Or, hey, wow, you've lost weight. Or, hey, it looks like you're killing it. It's lovely to have it recognized, but that's really not why we want to do it. The power of reinvention, in my humble opinion, is when we become in alignment with our true potential and our greatness, and we bust through the disempowered beliefs or the false identity or the personal barriers that really hinder us from creating a life that we love. G'day, Kelly. G'day, Lisa. Awesome to have you here. Does this make sense? So this morning I want to break down for you, using an architecture that I've shared before. Hey, Lisa, thank you. How to reinvent yourself. Thanks, Chelsea. Always right on cue. Okay, drop, darling, drop. How to reinvent yourself really quickly and simply. And Lloyd, feel free to share what you've been doing over the weekend, because I know you listened to a podcast and you did an exercise that we did together around Mr. Fantastic. So let's take a look at this. First of all, it starts with awareness. You perhaps might be aware of something in your life that you're unfulfilled in, that you feel stuck in, like you're not getting anywhere, or you're oscillating. You take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Can you hear where I'm going with this? So on the weekend, I was in the shower and I could feel myself becoming complacent in an area and I didn't like it. And I'm like, okay. And here's what people do. We wait for Monday. We wait for time the 1st of January. We wait for New Year's resolutions. We wait for birthdays and we wait for big milestones to draw the line in the sand and set a new intention. Does that make sense? Oh, North Ringwood, great. Thank you, man on the ground. Good to have you here. I know that area really well. So we wait for something to go, oh yeah, now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to take this action. Now I'm gonna. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, gonna, donna. The first thing is, have awareness. What is the thing in your life that you really want to transform and change? And if you did, what difference would that make for you? A, get clear on that. B, You don't have to wait for a significant date to take an action. You can reinvent yourself right here, right now, by making a really powerful and clear decision. So as we're on this live together, I invite you to do the work if you can. Think of an area in your life that you'd like to change. Is it physical? Is it mental? Hey, Luke, nice exercising. What are you at? 235 days of sweating? Nice one. I saw it quickly in your story this morning. So is it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual? Are you wanting to have a physical transformation, lose weight, gain muscle, feel fit, have vitality, sleep better? Mental, are you wanting to have a clear mind, a successful mind, a mind of growth rather than a fixed mind that doesn't enable you to, cover new frontiers? Are you wanting a new emotional landscape? Are you feeling like you're carrying body bags of the past around and being affected by stuff or shit that's happened in your past? Or are you wanting more spiritual fulfillment? Are you wanting to have a sense of purpose and satisfaction and personal fulfillment so you can feel that you're achieving your true potential? So first of all, take a look. In the area of your life, is it physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual? And you might say, Tanj, it's all of the above. If that's the case, awesome. I just think it's healthy to chunk it down and achieve goals in one first, so you can establish habits and establish some consistency. So for me recently, I wanted to reinvent myself and my health physically. Okay, that was my goal. Why? Because I wasn't happy and fulfilled in the way I felt and the way I looked physically. So that was my awareness. So then I used the 3 steps for success, which I invite. Let's go. Beast mode. So Luke is encouraging himself to become a beast. Awesome. So think about the thing you want to transform. Think about, why you're putting it off and what's getting in the way. And now I want to share with you the 3 steps for success that you can use as an architecture or formula to transform yourself and reinvent yourself immediately. Number 1, raise your standards. That's the first step to success. What is the standard, either physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationships, business, your car, your house, your life, your travel, your fun, your joy, your hobbies, your passions, your interests, right? Anything on the spectrum or the wheel of life. Hey, Ben, great to have you here. We're looking at the power of personal reinvention. So what would it look like to raise your standards? So this is about getting clear on your vision, getting clear on your outcomes, getting clear on your goals so you know when you've arrived at that destination. So for me, going back to my personal transformation, it was about losing body fat, gaining muscle, and increasing my health and vitality and physically having quite a transformation. That's number 1. Number 2, simple strategies for success. So this is, what are the daily rituals? What are the weekly actions? What are the tools, resources that you need to achieve that new desired goal of reinvention? For me, it was joining F45 and doing an 8-week challenge. I needed a structure and a discipline and an accountability to a commitment that would have me change my behavior of tomorrow, I'm too busy, got too much work on tomorrow, right? You hear me? By the way, if you're watching this live, type in live. If you're watching the record, type in the record. That means I just know when we're connecting with each other. So type in, I'm really curious if you're not driving, what is an area that you would love to personally transform? Move people. Why wait? Yes, Luke is saying, I feel you. It's quite amazing how much we put off, I should do this, I should do that, I should ride a bike, I should read a book, I should run a marathon, I should clean my car, I should clean my garage, I should call a friend, I should go out, I should stay in, I should sleep more, I should drink less. And as Tony Robbins said, and I've said this before, we should all over ourselves. And then our potential lays dormant and we don't achieve our full desires and results. So awareness is one thing. You can take immediate action now. You want to get clear, raising your standards. What is the thing you want to achieve? Number 2, what is the action you need to take? And I promise you, you've already thought of the action. You already know what to do to achieve the goal that you desire. You're clever. You already know. You've probably already researched. You've also probably already joined the gym. You probably have a membership that's sitting there. You've probably downloaded an online course. You've probably downloaded a podcast. You've probably bought that book. You've probably wanted to ring that person and take them for a coffee. Does that make sense? I promise you, you know the answers. You know what action to take. And sometimes our lack of confidence and our lack of faith in ourselves means that we think, oh, it's not the right thing to do. I need the right strategy. No, just take an action and trust your intuitive intelligence. Trust your inner teacher. He and she knows what your direct access for transformation is. And number 3 is about elevating our state. So if raising our standards is what we want to have as the new reinvented result in our life, if number 2 is simplifying our strategies, the things we need to do to fulfill that goal and make it happen, then this one is the most important one. G'day, Bianca. Great to have you here, my love. Number 3, elevate your state. This is where the reinvention really occurs. Okay, so this is the foundation of reinvention. Good morning, Michelle. Wonderful to have you here. My friends on Facebook, it is still loading. I know you're there. I can see you're watching. I just don't know who's there. So I'm sorry I haven't done Miss Helena's Romper Bomper Stomper Doo acknowledgement of you this morning, but hopefully it'll load sooner than later and I can actually acknowledge you personally. So thank you for, here we go. It's just done that. God, don't you love the way the world works? Greg, little chilly this morning, but looking forward to another week of challenges and awesome outcomes, Tanja. Great. Hey, Lloyd's on both Instagram and Facebook. Grant Mullins here. Ash, hey, great to have you here. Karen and Silvana Tedesco, thank you for your love this morning, Silvana. So, elevate your state. The third foundation of reinvention is this is where the magic really happens. Because as I was saying before, standards is what we want to have. Strategies is what we need to do to make it happen. State is where the transformation occurs. Good morning. Instagram is lagging. Yeah, see, instant coffee just isn't instant enough for you, my friend, is it? You want to just go straight to the source and get in the slipstream of life. Elevate your state is who are you being? Hey, Michelle, who are you being? Thank you, man on the ground. Who are you being? How are you showing up? Physically, are you engaged and energetic, or are you pressing snooze? Mentally, are you creating confusion and a morass in your mind because you're just stuck and lacking faith in yourself or faith in something greater or the courage to act? Emotionally, are you, and this is the biggest thing that stops people from reinventing themselves, we are emotionally addicted to abandonment, to suffering, to old funk, to trauma from the past, and the emotional debris that has got us to where we are today. And sometimes our greatest currency is to drag that crap around to give us a sense of identity. Typically, people that want to reinvent themselves want to create a new identity. I wanted to create a new physical identity for myself. I didn't want to feel like the flubba-dubba 47-year-old that I was feeling. I want to feel, and I am feeling, fabulous at nearly 50, sexy, goddess, you know, like just strong and supple and vital and alive. And I wasn't feeling that before, so I had to do things differently, but more importantly, I had to become that person. So here's my humble opinion as a peak performance coach. Hey, Catherine, great to have you here. Michelle, hello, gorgeous, right back at you. As a peak performance coach, I see people all the time busy being busy, exhausted by the overwhelming doing. What do I need to do to have the body, have the man, have the woman, have the money, have the business, have the car, have the job, have the career, have the this, have the that, have the hobby, and then I'm at this place of exhaustion. And I'm still not happy. I'm still not successful. I'm still not fulfilled. No amount of doing is going to create a life that you have or love if who you're being is still uninspired, unfulfilled, and disempowered. Does that make sense? No amount of doing. It all starts with who you're being. Who you're being determines what you do, therefore what you have. We have to stop being human doings, and we must start by being human beings. So one other simple strategy, which I know, Lloyd, you were looking at over the weekend, is if you want to reinvent yourself in your business, in your life, in your education, leadership, in your personal development, in your relationships, with your money, wherever it is, that's what you want to raise your standards on. A strategy that you can use is an NLP strategy called Model a Master. This is where you look for someone who is already achieving the standards and results of that thing that you desire to the level you want, right? Think of that person. In fact, do it now. If you've thought of an area you want to transform, in your life, and you can think about a person that's already achieving the kind of results that you would love to achieve for yourself. If you're not driving, I'd love you to write down, hey, Karen Taylor, great that you have joined us too. Thank you, my love. I'd love you to write down, what are the top 3 characteristics of that person that you see? What are the top 3 characteristics? And think of someone now. Think of someone you admire, someone that's successful. Lloyd, think about the person that you were thinking about over the weekend. This is just the best exercise, isn't it? I do this exercise in my one-on-one coaching practice with people where they just completely create a whole new identity. And sometimes we have to tell the truth to ourselves. You know, I had a tough conversation, an uncomfortable conversation, excuse me, scratching my eye, with a client recently who one of her goals was to stop smoking. I attended an event with her. She'd gone out for a couple of fags, came in, and she reeked. But she keeps saying she wants to stop smoking, yet her behavior is not in alignment with what she's saying. And I just took an intuitive hunch, and it was uncomfortable, even as a coach, where I have a lot of straight talk with people. And I just said, look, can I be straight with you? Not at the event. I said it in a coaching session. Did you say you want to quit smoking and be a non-smoker? Yet you're still smoking. I get it's a habit and it's addicted. Can I offer you something? She said, yes. I said, maybe something you're not aware of is how much you stink and reek of smoke. And it was not easy to say. I promise you it wasn't easy to say. But I had to trust that maybe no one else has said that to her. And she's a phenomenal human being and a phenomenal agent. But sometimes you need something to interrupt a pattern to actually get present to the identity you're currently living in may not be conducive to something positive. Now, not a nice thing to say, not a nice thing to hear, but guess what? She got some pretty clear truth in that conversation and made a decision instantly. And she set herself a date and she's achieved it. And she's now a non-smoker. Her whole identity now is I'm a non-smoker, and she's not smoking. And another area that she's transforming her life. Hey, Dee, great to have you here, my love. Does that make sense? Now, I'm her coach, so she's engaged me to look at areas where she's just getting slippery and slimy with herself. But as I said, as a coach, it was uncomfortable for me to say, but I'm proud that she's created a new identity because I want her to live a long life, and so does she. So I need you to have a look at what is the quality, what is the skill, what is the attribute, what is the outcome that you want to achieve, what is this new standard, and think about someone that you admire that's already achieving it and write down the top 3 qualities that they demonstrate on a consistent basis to achieve that result. Do they demonstrate courage? Do they demonstrate commitment, tenacity, humor, lightheartedness, humbleness, beastness? Like, what is it that they demonstrate? Now, then you want to practice being those characteristics. By the way, there's a beautiful saying, you cannot see what you are not, meaning whatever those top 3 qualities and characteristics that you can see in another, you witness to be successful, fulfilled, or whatever in an area that you want to strive to achieve, whatever you see in them already exists in you. Because you cannot see what you are not. You cannot see courage if you can't recognize it in yourself. You cannot see greatness if you don't identify with it. The only thing, hey Emily, beautiful, how are you? The only thing that is different to you and the people you admire is they just get up and they get off their butt and they go and do it more consistently than you and I do. They go and do it like, as Lloyd would say, a beast. Make sense? Michelle saying, so crazy that this is your topic today. Exactly what I'm doing in my life right now, reinventing and loving it. Awesome. And Michelle, you don't have to wait till the 1st of January. This doesn't need to be a New Year's resolution. This is our life. I don't know, it's because I'm getting older, but I'm just coming more and more present to my immortality. And I'm looking at myself going, where am I unfulfilled? Where am I not living my best life? Where is my life mediocre and average? And why am I accepting that when this whole life, this existence is a miracle? It's a gift. What are we waiting for? Hey, Jackie Bailey, great to have you here, my love. So the 3 qualities that you see in another successful person, you cannot see what you are not. You're identifying with you. That's why you admire them. It's just that they're more consistently being it. Okay, so the power of reinvention really exists in you're aware that there's an area of your life that you're unfulfilled in or you have a desire for something else. Awareness is one. Two, know that you don't need a significant date like a New Year's resolution, birthday, or Monday or tomorrow to make it happen. You can decide and act right there and then. Instantly change who you are. Instantly reinvent yourself because you draw a line in the sand. Hey, Stacey, great to have you here too, my love. Then practice the 3 steps for success. What exactly is it that you want to achieve, and what is the reinvention you're seeking? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, money, relationships, business, communication, leadership, a skill, a hobby, a passion, an interest. What is it? How's all that? Dancing robot, right? What do you need to do? The next step. What is the specific strategy you need to do to make that happen? And don't doubt yourself. You already have the answer. You've already thought about it. You've already signed up for the gym. You already have your personal trainer. You already know the food you should eat. You already know the booze you shouldn't drink. You already know the action you need to take in your business. You already know the person you need to performance manage. You already know the course you need to do, the podcast you need to listen to, the book that's by your bedside table that you haven't read yet. Follow your intuition. You have the answers already. If you get nothing out of this session today but me saying to you, hi, I love you, you have the answers, go do what you already know you need to do. Let that be a gift. And 3, that final piece of the 3 steps for success, elevate your state. This is about who you become. This is about who you're being. And if you feel like you don't know what to do, model a master. Think about someone in your life, as I said before, that has the characteristics that you admire. Write down what those 3 characteristics are and commit. Lucia Cardamone. Hello, Lips. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Actions speak louder than words, says Emily. 100 gazillion%. And you know what? A lot of us wait till when I'm not confident to do that. I'm not confident to speak in public. I'm not confident to run that marathon. I'm not confident to write that book. I'm not confident, therefore I don't. And we wait till we're waking up on planet confidence, and it doesn't happen. There's 5 steps to confidence. I've covered this in a previous podcast and vlog. Don't wait to believe in yourself to act. The virtue of acting will give you evidence of your action, which you can then look back and go, now I believe I can do it because you did it, right? I am going to ride 500 kilometers across Thailand with 80 other real estate professionals, Kate Ashton being one of them. Hey, Kate, if you're still here. And we're going to ride 100 Ks a day. Now, my identity right now is not that person, but I am becoming a person that successfully and gracefully does that, because if I do nothing to prepare for that goal, I'll probably struggle. But I started training 2 months ago for a goal in February 26 next year. I am becoming the person that when that date happens, I am in peak state. I am more muscle than fat. I am fit, I am vital, and I am saddle ready. And I've actually practiced it. So if you want specific results in your business, your life, and your relationships, get clear about the goal, work out the action you need to take, and become the person you need to become by doing what it takes. But you got to do it consistently. Now, I've trained 5 weeks straight in the 8-week challenge. Change is a choice. Oh, Michelle, amen to that. Change is a choice. By the way, thank you for interacting. I love it when people write stuff in. Hey, Lou, great to have you here, brother. I love it when you write down what you're getting. I love it when you're like, yes, I'm doing that now. And I love it when you teach. I love it when you share the things that you know make a difference. I love that. So please share with me. What are you getting, or what successful reinvention stories have you had or created for yourself? We need to become the people we need to become to achieve the things we want to achieve. It's not going to happen magically, and no one is coming. No one's coming. By the way, did you get the memo? No one's coming. It's you. It's you. Where are you not showing up for yourself in your life? Where do you need to make the most courageous actions that you've ever made? Where do you need to completely reinvent yourself, even though it's hard, even though it's tough? I've done it myself personally recently. So in a complete marriage, a 20-year relationship, completely reinventing myself. It's a beautiful work in progress. Where are you stuck? Where are you oscillating? You have the answers. You know what to do. You're just not doing it. So if you've tuned in today, please let this be an invitation. Let me be a little fairy godmother on your shoulder or a fork in your butt, whatever you need. A loving whisper or a big, loud bang. What are you waiting for? What is the project? What is the outcome? What is the goal? What is the thing that your heart desires the most? And how can you show up today differently than this morning or yesterday? How can you take an action that you already know you need to take? And how can you be consistent so that in 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, 7 months' time, when you wake up, you and your desires are aligned to fulfillment? This is the hero's journey, my friends. This is what it is to live. Thank you, Lloyd. You're saying, proud of you, champion, so authentic. Listen, my friends, it's not easy. I've literally completed a 20-year marriage with a man that I deeply loved. The synchronicity and it was a mutual decision. It was amicable. No one cheated on each other, but we just knew that we weren't encouraging and enabling each other to grow anymore, and we wanted different things. We've got 2 teenage girls. It would have been fine, and we could have survived living together because it was, it was fine, but it wasn't authentic and it wasn't true. And it was a pretense to a degree because we both wanted something else. It's the most courageous thing I think the both of us have ever done. It takes something to live a life you love. So what are you waiting for? If I can do it, you can do it. And it could be something big or it could be something little as just changing your diet or reading that book. But ultimately, what I want to leave you with today is, if you're getting in your way, maybe you're not giving yourself permission to have what you truly desire. Maybe your desires are just big burning flames that you're unwilling to billow to life. Great words of inspiration. You're so welcome, Stacey. What are you waiting for, my friends? Believe me, I am taking myself on as much as I ask my clients to take themselves on. I get annoyed and disgusted at myself when I get lazy and procrastinate. You better believe it. I absolutely am practicing everything that I'm preaching today. Trust me. And then some. So let's do this together. Let's do something today. Hey, Melba, let's do something today. What is it that you could do today? Type it in. What is it that you could do today to create a big shift and difference in your life, to reinvent yourself? Is it something about your health? Is it something about your wealth? Is it something about your business? Is it something in your relationships? Hey, Andrew, how are you, my friend? Where can you reinvent yourself, and what is one action you could take? I would love you just to type in. Jacinta, hey, Jacinta, how are you, beautiful? We're talking about how to reinvent ourselves, my love. And I'm asking people, what action could you take today to literally develop new characteristics to reinvent yourself? Is it going to take courage? Yes. Is it going to take commitment? Yes. Is it going to take energy and tenacity? Probably. Yeah. Is it going to take you motivating you? Sure. Am I by your side? 100%. So I want to know, please type in on Facebook and type in on Instagram. Jacinta, if you've just joined, I invite you to watch the record, my love. Hope you got my email on the weekend. I'm available today for a chat if you want to, my darling. So what action could you take today, or what did you hear for yourself today that stirred that you want to do differently? Please type it in. I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that because I'd love to hear from a few before I wrap up. Thank you for your comments. Either write down the area of life that you want to transform. I know there's a slight delay, so I'll wait a little longer. An area you want to transform or an action you're going to take. And let's see what we can come up with. And let's do this together because you're not alone. Sometimes having someone by your side is just the inspiration, that you need or we need to act. I know, Lloyd, you're doing stuff. What are you doing differently today, my friend? What are you doing differently physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? I'm curious. So also just a little reminder, hopefully as some of those comments come through, this Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're welcome. Michelle's like, you're amazing. Thank you for being you. You're amazing too, Michelle. Do me a favor, write down what's something you could do today, the tiniest thing that you could do today to reinvent yourself, something you've been thinking about doing for ages. What is that? What's that thing? Type it in. I'm curious. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday is Rapid Fire Friday. It's where I reflect on the top coaching themes of the week, and I just rapid fire some of the key systems or strategies or tools or resources or insights that I share with my clients, because I know not everyone has the resources for a one-on-one coach. I do this for you. I do this because I really want you to have access to be happy and deeply fulfilled in your lives, and that's one of the most important things to me. So I'm not going to let the delay of social media get in the way of you going and having a great day. So if you're typing something and I haven't seen it yet, I hopefully will see it, on the comments in Facebook afterwards, but Insta, when it finishes. You can send me a DM. I'd love to know what action you're going to take today. So thank you for spending your time with me to look at how do we reinvent ourselves to create a greater life for those and those around us. I appreciate your time and energy. I hope that you take one step. And if you're watching this and you genuinely feel stuck and you need a raft to your potential, DM me. And let's have some time together to get you unstuck, unleashed, and as Lloyd would say, in beast mode. Stacey saying, action, complete on the projects I've set myself. Awesome. Stacey, give me one. What is one action? Rather than all the actions, all the projects, what's the most important project you need to complete, and by when? Please tell me, what is the most important action you need to complete by when? Type it in. So I love you. Thanks for spending your time with me. Tune in for Rapid Fire Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you don't need New Year's Eve, Monday, or even a certain time on your watch to reinvent yourself. It's a choice to act immediately and watch the immediate results that happen as a result of you doing stuff differently. I wish you much love, and as always, in the words of the late great Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Do something to make yourself and those that you care about and those that you don't even know but walk past every day feel great about themselves. I love you. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful day. Launch ASAP. Stacey, let's go, sister. I want you to write to me now when I hang up. What is the action you're going to take, Stacey? Launch. So what is the very next step? What is the next call? What is the next email? What is the next action? Too many of us have big projects and they seem like mountains we can't climb, where we just have to move one pebble out of the way. Make sense? Guys, let's move some pebbles out of the way so we can climb the great mountains of our life, so we can stand at the top and look at the vista of whole new realities and soak in not the fact that we're at the top, but the kind of person we became as we climbed, because that's really what this is about. As the cheesy saying goes, it's never the destination, it is the journey. I believe it is the person we become. It is the reinvention of ourselves. It is the dropping shitty beliefs. It is letting go of self-sabotaging strategies. It is dysfunctional thinking and behavior that gets us to our greatest heights, where we can see things from new perspectives, and then we see, oh, there's a bigger mountain over there. Let's go. So whatever your mountain or pebble is today, do it with great love, do it with great compassion, do it with great courage. And as you walk around your life today and you see people in the car next to you, or people walking across the street, or people getting the coffee, or the person serving your coffee. Catherine saying, don't feel sorry for myself. Nice one, Catherine. Know that they too have their own pebbles and their own mountains. So how can you be a breath of fresh air to give them a little boost on the journey to their magnificence? I love you. Go well. Mwah. Write to me if you need some support. Otherwise, I will take responsibility, or one of my favorite ones. I will see you live at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please share this if you got some value out of this. I do it all for love. I do it all for you. Tag a friend you know that would really benefit from this message, or share it on your page, or, tag people in the comments. I'm not going to sell them a free set of steak knives, but I will show up and be of service in any way I can. Have fun. Go well, my friends. Be kind to yourselves and one another. Stay safe. Go set the world on fire, because you can and you deserve it. See ya.